Welcome back to Hoochos. Today on Hoochos, I'm going to take you on an update tour of the greenhouse, the studio, and what I've been doing with all of the honey that I've been collecting from the beehives and all of the outdoor systems that have been absolutely thriving, as well as I'm just going to have a chat to you about my upload schedule because I haven't posted for a couple of weeks and you know, it gets on my nerves a little bit when I don't post. So we are going to begin not here in the greenhouse, but in the studio. Hey Flocus, come in. All right, into the studio. I apologize, it's a mess. I really haven't cleaned up for you guys, but you can see there's some big changes happening here. This is the Hoochos set, and as you can see, it's quite bare at the moment. I had a bunch of plants over in the corner on the back of the wall, indoor plants, and I had a big grow light up here. It was chewing through electricity, and it was costing me about $150 a month to keep those plants happy. I decided to get rid of the plants, and I'm going to redesign the set so that it's more friendly for me to get into and film informational videos for you guys and present new prints and stuff, which I actually have more new 3D prints sneak peeks for you later this video. To do with my upload schedule, now I like to joke that my boss is quite lenient and lets me do pretty much whatever I like, but he's actually kind of always on my case, and the moment that 7 days hits and I haven't released another video, I feel the pressure of the YouTube algorithm and my own expectations weighing down on me to deliver content to you, especially to my Patreons who have supported me throughout all of these years. So every now and then when I have a couple of weeks where I don't have anything worthwhile to deliver, I'd prefer not to waste your time and deliver a video for the sake of a video. If I don't have anything to post, I'm not going to post it. And I'm going to try and not feel guilty for not posting because some of these videos take a long time to make. For example, this is the All the Gear, No Idea set that's in the opposite corner of my studio. And this is the video that I'm filming right now. I did a full distill yesterday on 57 liters of mead, which was fermented for 4 months. So this video is 4 months in the making, and this distill took all day, as well as the entire process of beekeeping and collecting all the honey that I required for this mead distillation into honey shine. And I've also got this is another 35 liters of mead, which I'm currently cold crashing. And the video is taking slightly longer than I anticipated to release. And this video is actually me relieving the tension of 2 weeks or a bit longer than 2 weeks without uploading a video, if that makes sense. But I am extremely excited to show you this process. It's turning out really fantastic, and this is actually going to be the next upload to the Hoochos and the All the Gear channel. Editing Hooch here. I think what he's trying to say is he's sorry that it's taking so long between videos. What I would like to know from you guys is, what would you like to see on the Hoochos set? I'm completely redoing this set, and I'd be interested to hear your opinions. All right, enough of the studio. Let's head outside to the hidden hydro, which is absolutely thriving. And thriving is the word for it. Have a go at all of this produce. I actually didn't think when I planted this out that we'd be able to fit so much into this small of a planter. If you have a look here, we've got massive capsicums, we've got a bunch of pak choi. This is going to be a cauliflower. Off the sides we have tomatoes, and I've been coming out and harvesting these tomatoes too. So this is a very small sample of what there actually was on these plants. But as you can see, look at this, so many tomatoes, and they're all just hanging over the side. And it's really good because it gives nice airflow as they hang over the side, and they're all around. We've got a chili plant here also hanging over the side. I really love this system. Look at all those tomatoes down there. Fantastic. I'm in love with it. It's hidden. It is a very attractive system, and it is producing like crazy. Actually, if you remember in one of the last update videos, we're actually going to revisit our pal here in the cement, who is just loving life. I've let him go because I was just like, this is impressive. The bees are just so happy. One that I'm kind of a little concerned about is this beehive. They're just not filling that super as fast as they used to, and I'm worried that I may have varroa. So there might be an episode that we do very soon dealing with varroa for the very first time, once I do a varroa check specifically on this one. But as you can see, the flow hive is absolutely chockers. What is that? And it looks like I have an ant infestation, but I will come back and deal with that. But yeah, oh, ow. Ow, ow, ow. I just got hit by a bee. All right, they don't want me around, so I'm gonna leave them be. The dragon fruits have been producing, but I expect them to stop producing because we're coming into winter, and I've just been collecting those and eating them. The taro system is doing fantastically. All of our ginger and turmeric system has died back because we're going into winter again, but they will just sprout up again next season as well. Okay, so before we go into the greenhouse, I just want to show you some projects I've been working on. So this is a 3D printable pot insert. So it allows you to, it's a wicking pot, and it allows you to have your wicking insert in a standard pot so that you can have really nice pots with the hydroponic method or just a wicking pot method. And this also is going to be in a fully 3D printed version so that you don't have to go out and buy pots if you don't want to buy pots. This is going to work in conjunction with a float level, which is going to allow you to monitor the level of the water and nutrient within the pot. And I'm just working out the kinks in this at the moment. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. But this is a really exciting design and direction because this isn't the entire idea. There is more to the idea. I've been playing with ping pong balls to implement float designs that are a lot smaller than a traditional float valve. So lots of stuff to get excited for. Also, I've been playing with the idea of TPU pucks like this that allow you to have your ginger in a NFT system. So I'm just working on these designs at the moment. So another thing to be excited for into the future. And a sneak peek for the beekeepers and the beekeeping 3D printers. This is something that I call the slide comb. And it is quite an exciting piece of engineering. You can see that the center slides and breaks the honeycomb, which is then allowed to flow out the bottom. Yeah, exciting things to come, I think. Coming back to the greenhouse, as we enter, these Kratky buckets are absolutely magic. They are still producing, and I've actually been coming in and stealing tomatoes. So have a look at these ones, and we'll just look at that. Like, that is a beautiful Kratky hydroponic tomato. And we have just so many. and they are perfect. They just, look at that. There are so many tomatoes on here. And the colors too, just perfect. And I'm gonna give you a taste test. So taste test on the Kratky. Oh, it's rich. It's like sweet and like, you know how you can just taste nutrition? Not watery at all. And I actually think that that is because I think this system stresses the plants a little bit and forces them to produce, if that makes sense. Big fan. Super simple. You're not getting like massive tomato plants like this, but it looks like they're putting all their effort into fruiting. And you can see that with our chilies here. And I've been coming along and harvesting these for food as well. All right, enough of the Kratky. The NFT, I emptied out the other day because it was just waterfalling with lettuce and bok choy, and I wanted to reset the system. So I cleaned out all of the pipes. All of these pipes just lifted up, and it was so easy because of the way that the tops come off, and you can just lean them up against a wall and hose them off. This has been an absolute game changer with these new NFT channels. They're available on Hydroland. They're super cheap. It's $50 for 4, which makes 2 long runs, if that makes sense, because you join them together. But you can see the results. Like, have a go at those plants. They are just thriving, especially in these winter conditions. In summer, they wilt and they don't grow as fast, but these plants, they just love winter. The hooch buckets are doing fantastically. Come along, we can have a look and just see, look at all of those tomatoes. They are so healthy, and these plants are just thriving in this dual root zone that is the multi-bucket. And the multi-buckets are over the top of that NFT channel again with the 3D printed ends. They're actually available on Hydroland as well. But this is, again, I think all of the health of these plants is not only the hydroponic systems they're in, but the silicate that there's no pests in this greenhouse, and I have not used any pesticide at all. So I've got some more. So these are, I say that and then I come along and look at that. But that's more likely like a mouse or something. Your silicate's not gonna fix that. Look at these plants. These are in just the smaller hooch buckets, and they are still producing, and they're just side by side. I haven't even spaced those out. That's crazy. At the back there, you've got some more caps. These are the long caps. This is the only plant that's looking a little bit worse for wear, and I'm not sure what's going on here. I might have to investigate that. More tomatoes over here. The Hooch Bucket 2.0 system is absolutely thriving. Have a go at like how many fruit we have. I really need to come and train these a little bit more, but like, look at this. That is wild. Look at the size of those fruits. Yeah, it's doing really well. Again, I don't spend much time in here at all. Only resetting the systems and tying the plants up. There's absolutely nothing to do in this greenhouse. And then you can just come along and pick your fruit. It's crazy. It's actually fantastic. This system now, okay, there is this system to talk about. This is from a pH deficiency. You can see that our top one has not grown much since we last visited it. And yeah, I think the pH is getting swung, and I'm really disappointed because I put some strawberries in here that I wanted to do well, but they're not, obviously, because of the pH. I think it's swung because the roots are in the media are rotting, perhaps. I'm not 100% certain. I have changed the water and I have adjusted the pH and it just keeps becoming more and more acidic. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on here and I'm gonna keep you updated. Not everything is rainbows and sunshine, but yes, that is the only thing I'm having a problem with at this point in time. So I'm gonna do a quick run around the greenhouse. I'm gonna grab every ripe tomato that I can find and I'm gonna present to you a bowl of fruit before I leave you. I'm gonna need a bigger bowl or a second bowl. And that is why they call black striped anthos. Look at the coloration on those, how good. Whoop, whoop, don't drop it. And there it is, 2 incredibly tasty and colorful bowls of tomatoes. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hoochos. I hope you enjoy all of the hydroponic systems that I've presented you and all of the exciting things to come. Happy hydroponicking, and I'll see you next time on Hoochos. How good.